Good morning.
Steve and this bronze whale.
Have we ever named the bronze whale?
I don't think we have, actually.
We've never given him a name.
Oh, something we could think about.
Yeah.
We just had holidays.
Yes.
Christmas. Did you have a good Christmas?
I did. It was a wonderful time. Spent some time with family, some friends. It was nice. Ate way too fucking much.
Well, so what makes that different than
Any other day? This is true.
Are you ever going to put a ring on that fucking girl's finger or what?
I am going to make an honest woman out of her in 2024.
Is she going to say yes?
She is definitely going to say
Are you
yes.
sure?
I am. And I'm sure of it because of the few days I spent, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, with her. Listen, we fight sometimes, but we always make up. She's a good egg.
Well, that's healthy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
You know, we disagree, but we work it out. She's a good girl.
You fight. Good idea.
Yeah.
My fucking goddamn rain every day. Again.
Ugh.
My fucking basement. Again. Yesterday.
I just don't understand where it's coming from. Because you blocked, didn't you close off the window where it was leaking?
It's my fourth flood. Actually, fifth. And, well, you know, water finds a way. It's like fucking syphilis. You know what I mean? It's just fucking, no matter what happens, it's going to get you.
Now, you didn't flood that bad that you're ripping carpet out, are you?
No, because I got rid of the carpet years ago.
Oh, you did put tile.
But we have, if people know, we got those stupid fucking rabbits that are there. Those idiots. And
I hate those things.
I hate the fucking things.
You hate those poor rabbits. Do the
There's
kids even
shit.
play with them anymore?
Nobody plays with the fucking rabbit. There's shit everywhere, and the water washed the shit everywhere, and so it turned into like rabbit sewage. I was traipsing around in rodent shit.
Rodent.
And listen, so I want to talk about this for a minute. I mean,
You have two rabbits, right?
there's a couple guinea pigs, but they're on it, whatever. We all know that I've done a lot of self-help reflection over the years. So I don't really yell at my wife anymore. There's just no point.
There's no winning that.
No, I don't bother. So I walk down the stairs and I see this, and it was a pretty good flood, right? And
Now, give us inches. Is it the whole floor? Or
it was the whole floor. It was a couple of inches over the whole floor. I caught it just before it started to go into the pantry. Yeah. So I walked down there, and at first I'm like, no problem. I didn't even budge. I just, all right. I grabbed a few towels, which was like, it's like trying to like sweep the ocean fucking back into the, was stupid. So then I go into the garage and I get the shop vac, and I go in there and I just start doing it, and I'm fine. I'm completely fine. I'm not being a douche about it. I'm like, whatever. I'm just, it is what it is. You fucking deal with it, blah, blah, blah. You learn, maybe, I don't know. And all of a sudden, no matter what, I just couldn't help myself. I had to like irrationally just start throwing things and screaming and yelling. And next thing you know, it was my wife's fault for having the rabbits.
Sure.
I'm like, get these fucking stupid goddamn fucking rabbits out of here. I'm like, yeah, I'm yelling at the fucking poor woman. And I knew in my head, as I'm in the middle of yelling at her, I'm totally irrational, I'm totally wrong. I sounded like I imagine what my 12-year-old must think of herself when she's just like arguing with me over something that just makes no sense. So, of course, when I got done, I had to apologize repeatedly. And, it's fucking goddamn, it's just disgusting. But
it's all better. It's dry. Well, no.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
You're yelling at your wife, but
yes, it's fine, whatever, until the next one. But I mean, that's in Mother Nature.
I meant the flood.
Yes, there's nothing you can do about water like that.
No.
There's nothing you can do.
No, it's going to find its
That's
right.
it. I don't know.
So where did it come in?
it comes in from the window well that I sealed and covered. It's still, there's just so much water that it goes in there and it finds a way. It seeps under. Listen, it could have been worse. I mean, the one that I ended up sealing the well up was so bad that it looked like we were in a fish tank. The thing was literally pouring in like a waterfall. Like it was a race against fucking like getting the rabbits out of there. They're going to drown. Which kind of hope we took our time, but anyway.
Come on, you love them.
No, I really don't. I wanted to talk today about setting agendas in business. And more importantly, what I think a lot of people make the common mistake about when they set an agenda in business, they do not do it with having tangible benefit. What do I mean? Tangible benefit. In business, you don't do anything unless there are multiple benefits that you can accomplish. That way, if one fails, it's not so bad. Because it's going to fail. That's business. You had your bet. Let me give you an example. When I opened up the stupid brewery years ago, which I love so much, if I opened up that brewery with the idea that we're going to make beer, we're going to make good beer, we're going to become millionaires because the beer's so good, and fucking Budweiser's going to buy it, I'd be an asshole. Because that's just not going to happen. I mean, the chances of that happening is like, I have a better chance of being picked up by fucking the major record label and becoming a fucking musician with a kazoo, honestly. It's just not going to happen.
Pan flute. Zamfir.
Skin flute. Ooh. So, the tangible benefits of that brewery was a lease extension. Mm-hmm. When you get a lease extension, because the resale value of a business is normally 2 times net earnings on the resale value, right? But lease is to be taken into consideration. So if you have an additional 10-year extension on there, you could easily get 3 times multiples on the resale value. So in theory, the build-out cost of the brewery pays for itself on the back end. That's what I mean by tangible benefit, right? So, number 2, you're going to make beer for yourself, so you're going to save $60,000 a year, right? That's a big benefit.
So you're making the beer instead of buying it from...
And number 3 is that you do have the potential to become a big, great brewery, and but you're not in it. The first and foremost reason that I believe we are doing this podcast is because it is a little bit of an exploratory mechanism that we put in place to understand something that I don't understand. The restaurant industry, traditionally, is about food, beverage, and service, right?
Okay.
We get that. I spent my whole life fucking studying that. That's fine. What is so new to me, who is considered to be a fossil, is this whole media.
All the social media aspects
the
of
social media, which...
influencers.
It evolves so fast. Yeah. What used to be like... My name is, what was the first guy on, not Facebook, what was the first one that came out?
Who? MySpace.
MySpace. What was the guy's name? Eric. I'm Eric on MySpace. He was like the first guy.
Was he?
Whoever. Everybody was friends with him.
I never got into the MySpace thing.
Whatever. Right? Then you go to Facebook and how all these things evolve so fucking fast. And we're Gen X. Is that what we are? Like we're the people that actually work and not do things?
We're Gen X.
Degenerate X. And
degeneration.
And I mean, this stuff has evolved so fast that it's hard to keep your arms around. So by the time you start getting into Facebook, which I understand now is for like fucking geriatrics, Facebook.
That's for us. Yeah, no, the new thing is the Instagram and
the Instagram. But what happens in Instagram,
what's the other one? Snapchat.
TikTok.
TikTok, Snapchat.
And now there's YouTube and blah, blah, blah. So it's like you have to understand the impact that these things, because I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to fucking tell you this. If it is not more, it's at least 50% of the makeup of your business model today in any business, more so the restaurant industry. And I'm going to tell you, it is very scary because I don't understand it. Now, what could be 1 minute, here's a pretty photograph that I'm posting of a cool dish. Tomorrow could be obsolete and we just want to see somebody acting like a fucking moron because it's funny. And what might be, a little edgy today might tomorrow be like, I just want to fucking, I don't know, I want a little mini series of, I don't know. My point is, you are thrusted into an industry that you don't understand and that you have to start to understand.
Well, you know what it is, too? You look at back in the day before the impact of social media, it was word of mouth. You went and had a good experience, a bad experience, wherever in a restaurant. The next day you talked about it, a couple days later, and, this one told that one and this and that. Now you have instant response. You have,
instant response,
I'm here,
and
boom, I have a picture of my dish. It was good, it was bad. It's all over for anyone who's willing to listen. But
what is truly the most important part about this media stuff is that you have a built-in audience at your fingertips immediately. And that holds more value than anything you can do.
Well, that could be a blessing and a curse.
Well, of course.
Like I said.
So that's why, benefit number one of podcast, it's a toe in the water. Now, I'm not saying, I'd be stupid to say that the podcast is the thing that's going to really, there's benefits to the podcast. First off, I believe that you need to have a multi-attack in the media. Like you need to be involved with Instagram, Facebook, mass emails. You need integrations through your point of sales system that have people at your fingertips, to YouTube channels, a podcast.
A welcoming, attractive staff.
Well, of course, but these are all notches in the belt. Now, what is the whole fucking point of all this? The whole point about it is that we hope that we are able to tell a story about the uniqueness of our property, right? And I truly believe that it all starts to come into focus and come full circle. It could be a huge benefit in telling the story of who we are. We know that I stopped drinking alcohol. Like many people, it became an issue.
Cumbersome.
And listen, look, it was something that I enjoyed. I enjoyed it. It was fun. So it was fun until it wasn't fun anymore. And so you have to replace it with something that's fun. Well, what's fun? And where's the tangible benefit? I like to crack fucking jokes. I like to act like an imbecile. Maybe because I am? I don't know. Maybe because I just try and not take shit so seriously. So there is some tangible benefit to finding a therapeutic outlet personally. Let's talk about this one. When was the last time you've seen me have so much fun over the last couple of months? I am fucking nonstop laughing. Zapping your nuts with a dog collar shocker was fucking hysterical. I gotta tell you something. All the alcohol in the world and the fucking hungover feeling and the angry wife and all the bullshit cannot compare to how much fun it was watching you in pain. I just loved it. What is it that alcohol does?
Numbs the senses.
Alcohol is there to remove anxiety. Yeah. It's a proven fact. That's what it does. So listen, you have fun, You shut the brain off, you get rid of the anxiety. And like I said, it's a lot of fucking fun until it's not fun anymore. So one of the things that I have been so absolutely blessed over the years, and I was a fucking wild man. Wild.
I didn't just meet you.
One of the biggest gifts that you can get in the world of business is that it creates a platform for yourself. Good or bad. Good or bad. And if you are somebody who has thick enough skin to go out there and put yourself out there and fail, because honestly, I believe the biggest attribute that I have to go ahead and bring to the table is that I make lots of mistakes. I'm not afraid to fail. I'm really good at it. Some fucking reason, people have been listening to us. I don't know why. It's actually miraculous, the amount of hits.
Well, I don't think it's miraculous. I mean, we have great topics. We're funny.
I mean, listen, that's all subject, and we appreciate the support, and we're having a good time. And listen, exactly. We have fun, and we crack jokes, and I do want to take a serious turn today as opposed to just zapping your balls. Just last night, it was funny. One of the guys in social media posted something about, new things coming here, and some kid fucking posted something like, your tacos taste like cafeteria food. Now, I got to tell you something. 5 years ago, I would have fucking goddamn jumped up and down and fucking screamed and yelled and thrown something through a window. I mean, look, the truth of the matter is, you got to ask yourself something. Do I think our food tastes like cafeteria food? I think we've served over 1 million tacos. We've been in business for 15 years. I am sure that we have not had 100% success. I'm sure there might be times that it might actually taste like,
I know for a fact,
dog food. And I'm not proud of it, but unfortunately you have to make your peace with it, blah, blah, blah. But do I really think that we'd still be in business for 15 years if we were serving up cafeteria food? No, I really don't. So I don't really need to engage into an argument with the guy. However, I like to have fun.
However,
we know that about me. I like to have a good old fucking time. So I saw the guy, his profile was blocked, but I saw he likes to fish. I don't know, he had a big marlin, whatever the fuck. So I don't know if the guy was a fisherman or not. That doesn't make a difference. And I said, perhaps when you're not too busy catching fish for a living, you could tell us what's the matter with our product. And blah, blah, blah. He said something like, well, your shrimp tastes old, blah, blah, blah.
How the fuck does a shrimp taste?
It doesn't matter. I really struggled with, do I make this post or not? But I did. I said, perhaps it's your vagina. Yes, I did. I'm sorry. I'm having a good time. Now,
is that on Yelp? Where is that?
It was on Instagram. He did respond about shirts being too tight and the pedophile mustache, and I'm not sure he might have actually been talking about you. I'm not really sure.
I don't have a mustache.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. So I followed up. I said, listen, come on the show, man. Come talk with us.
Right.
He didn't respond, whatever. But listen, I start to think to myself, I say, why is it?
What's wrong with shirts that are tight? I'm assuming on a female.
I don't know. But my question is this one, and this is kind of my point, is it's like, if I'm going to be drawn into an engagement with somebody,
right,
that is negative in nature, that they're judging me, that they're saying, you're not good enough, you're a failure. Well, of course it doesn't feel good. It's a little slap in the face. And listen, I'm not going to lie to you.
But you don't have to be Gandhi. You don't have to kowtow to, oh, yes, you're right.
Look, it doesn't.
Fuck himself.
My point is, what does it say about the person who has nothing better to do to troll? Right? Trolling?
Troll.
Not midgeting. Trolling along the social media to go ahead and feel better about themselves by putting somebody else down. Well, that is the same equivalent as when I was younger, an insecure businessman who had an ego filled with fears and resentments, fueled by alcohol,
And cocaine.
that a substance is a substance, and that I would go out there and talk shit about other people.
Right.
So I have to say to myself is, I want to help this guy. What's wrong, dude?
What's the matter? You're sick and suffering.
Are you not a good
doing?
enough fisherman? I don't know. My point is to have the potential opportunity as a platform to talk to people, especially in the hospitality industry, about how difficult it is to maintain sobriety, is something that I am newly finding a lot of passion in. And what is my purpose in life? I don't really know. I mean, I got to raise my kids. I love them. They're a pain in the ass. I got to take care of my kids, my family. I want to have fun. I have made mistakes. I have made mistakes in the restaurant business. And you can be successful in this industry, but I'm going to tell you, you cannot be successful in this restaurant business if you are fueled with substance. You just can't. I'm sorry. There's no way about it. You can't. You really can't be successful in anything that you do if you are fueled by substance. Now, not everybody is an addict. Not everybody is. I mean, definition-wise, what is an addict is somebody who has a physical allergy to a substance that triggers a compulsion of the mind. I mean, so many people in this industry, and if you look at the characteristics of what makes up an addict, it is the same characteristics that make up the type of people that work in this industry. There's no coincidence that people in the hospitality industry are susceptible to alcoholism and addiction. They like to be social. They like immediate gratification, which is the money. And they're typically high energy, anxious people that cannot shut their brain off. And they can shut their brain off by fucking shoving a couple cocktails down the throat, sticking their dick in the fucking coworker, or fucking doing a fat line, or whatever the fuck it is. The fear to go ahead and publicly admit to people that I was weak and struggled is the same type of fear that when I removed it is what sets you free as an individual. Because you have no fear. When you have no fear, you don't care what anybody thinks about you. And I got to tell you something. To me, to bring this all full circle, what is the point of your business agenda? What are the tangible benefits? The agenda in business through deductive reasoning is always to be successful. But the definition of success is...
It's different for everyone.
Depends on what you look at. Now listen.
We've talked about that.
I got a nice car, a nice home. We go on vacations.
You have guinea pigs and rabbits.
Guinea pigs and fucking septic tank rabbit shit. But do you know what...
Can rabbits swim?
I don't know. Could find out. Do you know what the biggest success is? Is that when one of the kids that has worked for me over the last 15 years, who was a lost 18-year-old, comes up to me 10 years later and says, "Thank you." Thank me for what? "Well, you were a little tough. You taught me an ethic. But you were kind and you were generous and you said nice things to me. And now I have a good job and I have a family and I have a home and I have children. And I don't owe it all to you, but you made an impact in my life. Let me tell you something."
We paid him, just so you know.
That to me is invaluable. In the hospitality industry, I mean, I am a fossil, or you can call it elder statesman. And I now find it to be my responsibility to speak to the younger kids and say, don't fucking blow it.
Right.
You're not unique. You're not that important, by the way. You're just one of fucking 8 billion fucking people that are out there. We're not important.
Right.
Get that out of your fucking head.
Get that out of your mind.
Get that out of your head. And you will be a lot happier when you swallow the humility pill that you're just one of another 8 billion jerk-offs that fucking sit in traffic, that honk the horn, that annoy the living fucking shit out of fucking people, that fucking can't make up their mind when they're trying to fucking order a fucking coffee at Starbucks. You're not unique. But if you realize that you're not unique, then you can be content. And your life is good.
Yes.
That was free today, everybody. So last night, when it was my brother-in-law's birthday, and what fucking time is it, by the way? And they came over, and my mother hates the fucking podcast. Despises it.
Does she?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I guess nobody wants to listen to their son talk like a fucking jerk-off, right? You know, it's like how embarrassing it is to realize that you're the mother of a completely uneducated buffoon. I mean, that's terrible, right? Anyway.
Can we have her on with the Yuppets?
Yeah, I don't know if I could stomach my mother on this fucking show. Whew, she's tough.
That's going to be a rough one.
But I've learned to make my peace with it. But anyway, she went downtown and one of the business owners that are down there, you know, fun, kooky little hippie girl down there. You know what I'm talking about, right? She's a fucking trip. But she mentioned something to me. She's like, what's with the podcast? You know, and I don't know the context of it. I imagine it was probably like, the fuck is the matter with him? Because a lot of people are like, are you nuts? Really? I'm nuts. But it has taken that lack of fear and that freedom to say, I don't really give a fuck what you people think of me.
We say what you think, but we're the bad people. Fuck off.
Because the truth of the matter is,
who cares?
for every 100 people that are out there that have something negative to say about it, if there is one person out there that we might be able to get through and say, you know what? I was like you. I am you. We're the fucking same. You don't have to be a jerk off for the rest of your life, and you can live a better life. Then it's all
You don't
worth
have
it.
to be such a pussy. Oh, shit.
So that today is what I wanted to talk a little bit about. Business agenda and where the tangible benefits are and how success is in the eye of the beholder. And that my success is not just monetary. It's having fun.
And small furry animals.
Drowning
in rainwater.
fucking rainwater. So listen, if you guys like what you hear, share. Take a listen to us. Subscribe to YouTube, which is growing. And Ash Cat will be back with us. I mean, God, we've like all of a sudden we get like 40, 50,000 fucking hits on these Instagram things, which is pretty cool, man.
It is cool.
I'm having a good time with it. I mean,
Leave a comment, good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah.
Helps the algo.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, and if you don't like me, I don't really give a flying fuck. Look in the mirror. So anyway,
There you go.
Everybody, good luck out there today with your hepatitis or whatever fucking STD you may have. All right, go fuck yourselves, everyone. Happy Hanukkah. Good to
Happy
see you.
New
Thank
Year.
you very much.
Amen.